Let's talk about something so essential to our journey, something that shapes the quality of our lives, setting and achieving realistic goals. In a world full of dreams, ambitions, and pressures, the idea of realistic goals can be a guiding light. It helps us transform those dreams into achievements without burning ourselves out. Understand that realistic goals begin with clarity. Define what you want in specific terms. Maybe it's advancing in your career, improving your health, or strengthening your relationships. Vague intentions like I want to be successful don't give us a destination. Instead, paint a picture. Be specific and intentional about your goal, like aiming for a promotion within a year or committing to exercise 3 days a week. When we're clear, we create a roadmap that leads us directly to where we want to go. It's essential to break down your goal into manageable steps. Achieving goals isn't about making one grand leap, it's about taking small, steady steps. Let's say you're working toward financial freedom. That journey starts with small actions, budgeting, saving a little extra each month, maybe even taking a course on financial literacy. These small, intentional actions add up over time, making a big goal feel achievable and within reach. I want to emphasize the importance of being realistic with our expectations. Yes, it's wonderful to dream big, but aiming too high too soon can lead to disappointment. Start by setting goals that stretch you but are achievable with effort. For example, if you want to get in shape, don't push yourself to train like a marathon runner overnight. Begin with the basics, build strength, and celebrate every small victory. When we're realistic, we build a foundation of confidence and resilience instead of frustration. Consistency is your secret weapon. It's not about perfection or getting it right every single day. It's about showing up consistently. Every day, make it a habit to do something that supports your goal, no matter how small. If you miss a day, don't give up. Progress isn't a straight line, it's the result of steady, consistent effort over time. Trust me, if you keep showing up for yourself, even in small ways, you'll look back one day and see just how far you've come. Finally, remember to adapt and reflect. Life isn't a straight path, and sometimes we encounter unexpected twists and turns. When you hit a bump, pause, reflect, and ask yourself what needs to change. It could be your strategy or even the goal itself. Flexibility is not a weakness, it's the key to resilience. Check in with yourself, adapt as needed, and keep going. Achieving realistic goals is a journey of clarity, consistency, and compassion for yourself. Set goals that reflect who you truly are and break them down. Stay realistic, show up each day, and adapt along the way. Embrace each step, no matter how small. Before you know it, you'll find yourself living the life you've dreamed of, one realistic goal at a time. Setting clear and specific goals is the foundation of any journey toward meaningful success. When we talk about achieving goals, it's easy to feel motivated by grand visions, but often those visions remain unfulfilled because they lack clarity. Let's take a closer look at what it means to set specific goals and why this approach is crucial. When you decide to pursue a goal, it's not enough to think in broad terms like I want to be successful or I want to be healthier. While these intentions are positive, they lack the precision necessary to inspire concrete actions. The truth is, the more specific your goal, the clearer the roadmap becomes, making it easier to stay committed and track progress along the way. Instead of aiming for success, you might set a goal to earn a promotion at work within a year, or to start a side project that aligns with your passions. Rather than simply saying, I want to get fit, specify what fitness means to you. It could mean aiming to run a 5K, incorporating strength training 3 times a week, or learning to cook healthier meals at home. These specifics shape your journey and provide the structure needed to move forward. Why is this clarity so essential? Without specific goals, we tend to lose our way. Imagine setting out on a road trip without a map or a destination. You might start strong, driving enthusiastically, but after a while, you'll feel uncertain about where you're headed. The same thing happens with our goals. Clear goals serve as our compass, guiding us in moments of doubt and preventing us from wandering aimlessly. They help us build a sense of purpose because we know where we're going and how we plan to get there. Each step then has meaning, and each small victory feels significant because it's part of a larger plan. Specific goals also provide a way to measure progress, and this is essential for motivation. When we set vague goals, it's difficult to recognize how far we've come because we have no concrete benchmarks to measure against. But when we say, I want to save an additional $200 each month, we create a goal with a clear milestone. Each month you save that amount, you feel a sense of accomplishment, which keeps you motivated. When you measure progress in specific terms, you can celebrate each step, no matter how small. These moments of success build confidence and keep you moving forward, even when the journey gets tough. Another powerful aspect of setting clear goals is that it forces us to be honest with ourselves about what we truly want. Sometimes we chase goals that society or other people define as important or successful without asking if they align with our values and interests. When you take the time to be specific, you're forced to consider what matters to you personally rather than what sounds good on paper. This reflection can be transformative, allowing you to define goals that feel fulfilling and aligned with who you are. When your goals resonate with your values, they become easier to pursue because they don't feel forced or artificial. Instead, they feel like an extension of your true self. Clarity also allows you to anticipate challenges and prepare for them. Specific goals give you a chance to plan your path forward thoughtfully. For instance, if your goal is to get a promotion, you might identify areas in your job where you need improvement, such as communication skills or project management. With these specifics in mind, you can take proactive steps like signing up for a workshop or seeking mentorship. These smaller actions prepare you to overcome potential obstacles, so when the time comes, you're ready to handle challenges with confidence. Specific goals foster resilience. When challenges arise, as they inevitably do, having a clear goal keeps you grounded. Vague intentions are easy to abandon because there's no clear consequence for giving up. But a specific goal gives you a reason to persist. When you know you're working toward a specific achievement, something tangible and well-defined, it's easier to find the strength to keep going when times get tough. Specificity reminds you of the value in each step, encouraging resilience through obstacles and setbacks. Clarity fosters accountability. When your goal is specific, it's easier to share it with others, seek support, and hold yourself accountable. If you set a goal to learn a new skill by the end of the year, telling a friend or mentor about it can add a layer of motivation and encouragement. People around you can check in, support your progress, and celebrate your achievements, all of which can make a difference when motivation wanes. In essence, setting clear and specific goals isn't just a nice-to-have strategy, it's the foundation of effective goal setting. It makes your journey purposeful, measurable, and aligned with your values, helping you to create a roadmap that is both motivating and sustainable. With each specific goal, you're not just envisioning a dream, you're building a reality, one intentional step at a time. Breaking down goals into smaller, manageable steps is a powerful strategy that can dramatically increase your chances of success. This approach transforms overwhelming aspirations into achievable tasks, making the journey toward your goals feel less daunting and much more attainable. When faced with a large objective, it's easy to become intimidated and discouraged, which is why breaking it down is not just helpful, it's essential. To understand this concept, let's consider a common scenario, the desire to run a marathon. If your ultimate goal is to complete a 26.2-mile race, the thought of the distance can feel overwhelming. However, when you break this massive goal into smaller, more manageable pieces, the process becomes more approachable. You might start by committing to a 5K race, then gradually work your way up to a half marathon before tackling the full marathon. This incremental approach allows you to build your stamina, gain confidence, and enjoy the process of training without feeling overwhelmed by the final goal. Each small victory along the way, whether it's completing a shorter race or achieving a personal best in a training run, serves as a reminder that you are progressing, thus reinforcing your motivation. Another significant benefit of breaking down goals is that it fosters a sense of accomplishment. When we set large goals, the end result often feels so far away that it can be hard to recognize the progress we're making. However, when you divide your goal into smaller tasks, you create a series of milestones. Completing these tasks gives you the opportunity to celebrate each success, no matter how small. This positive reinforcement is crucial because it keeps you motivated and encourages you to keep pushing forward. For example, if you're working on a professional project, you might break it down into phases: research, drafting, revisions, and final presentation. Completing each phase gives you a sense of achievement, fueling your momentum to move on to the next. In addition to fostering motivation, smaller steps help to clarify the actions you need to take. When you have a large goal, it can be unclear what the first step should be. By breaking it down, you can identify specific actions required to achieve each part of your goal. This clarity reduces the feeling of being overwhelmed and allows you to focus on one task at a time. If your goal is to write a book, for instance, you can break it down into smaller tasks like creating an outline, writing a certain number of pages each week, and revising chapters. With these actionable steps, you can develop a clear plan of attack that makes the goal feel less abstract and more concrete. Breaking down your goals encourages you to adopt a mindset of continuous improvement. By setting smaller, achievable targets, you create opportunities for regular reflection and adjustment. This process allows you to evaluate what is working and what isn't, enabling you to make necessary changes along the way. If you find that your initial plan isn't yielding the desired results, you can pivot without feeling like you failed. This adaptability is essential for long-term success. It promotes a growth mindset where setbacks become learning opportunities rather than insurmountable obstacles. Another advantage of this approach is that it reduces procrastination. When faced with a significant goal, the fear of failure can paralyze us, causing us to avoid taking action altogether. However, when you break that goal into smaller tasks, it feels less intimidating. You can focus on completing just one small task at a time, which lowers the stakes and helps you to build momentum. Each completed task reinforces the habit of taking action, making it easier to continue working toward your goal. Breaking down goals allows you to allocate your time and resources more effectively. By understanding the individual components of your larger objective, you can prioritize your efforts based on urgency and importance. This strategic planning ensures that you are making the best use of your available time and energy, reducing the likelihood of burnout. If you're balancing multiple goals, breaking them down helps you see where you need to focus your efforts and where you can afford to invest less energy at any given time. When you break goals down into smaller steps, it makes it easier to share your journey with others. Whether you're collaborating with a team or seeking support from friends and family, having clearly defined tasks allows you to communicate your progress effectively. Others can offer assistance, accountability, or encouragement at each stage, enhancing your support network and increasing your likelihood of success. In conclusion, breaking down your goals into smaller, manageable steps is an indispensable strategy for achieving success. It transforms overwhelming objectives into a series of achievable tasks, fostering a sense of accomplishment, clarity, and motivation. This approach not only helps you maintain focus, but also allows for continuous improvement and adaptability. It reduces procrastination, enhances your ability to manage time and resources effectively, and strengthens your support network. By adopting this method, you create a pathway to success that is not only attainable, but also rewarding. Remember, every great achievement starts with a series of small, deliberate steps. Creating a timeline and setting deadlines for your goals is a crucial aspect of effective goal management that can significantly enhance your chances of success. Without a timeline, goals can easily become vague aspirations, lacking urgency and clarity. When you establish a timeline, you're not just giving yourself a framework for achievement, you're instilling a sense of accountability and motivation that propels you toward your desired outcomes. When setting a timeline for your goals, the first step is to define your end date. Having a clear deadline creates a sense of urgency that can spur you into action. For example, If your goal is to complete a professional certification, knowing that the certification exam is scheduled for a specific date helps you prioritize your study sessions. This deadline becomes a driving force, pushing you to allocate your time effectively and stay on track with your preparation. When the timeline is established, it transforms a broad goal into a structured plan, making it easier to visualize the steps needed to reach the finish line. Simply setting an end date is not enough. It is equally important to outline milestones along the way. These milestones serve as interim goals that help you measure your progress and provide opportunities for reflection. For instance, if you aim to write a book within a year, you might set milestones for completing each chapter or reaching a certain word count by specific dates. These checkpoints allow you to assess whether you are on track, providing valuable feedback that can inform your approach moving forward. If you find that you are falling behind, you can adjust your efforts and reallocate your time to get back on course. Incorporating flexibility into your timeline is another essential aspect. Life is unpredictable and unexpected challenges will arise. By allowing some flexibility within your timeline, you can accommodate these challenges without feeling discouraged or defeated. This doesn't mean abandoning your deadlines, but rather being open to adjusting them as needed. For example, if you encounter unforeseen circumstances that hinder your progress, it's okay to extend a deadline to maintain your commitment to quality and effectiveness. A flexible approach helps to prevent burnout, as it acknowledges that setbacks are part of the journey. Setting deadlines also encourages accountability, both to yourself and to others. When you communicate your timelines to friends, family, or colleagues, you create a network of support that can help keep you accountable. Sharing your goals and timelines makes it more likely that you will stick to them as you invite others to check in on your progress. This sense of accountability can be a powerful motivator, particularly during times when your resolve may wane. When you know that someone is rooting for you, it can inspire you to stay committed, even when challenges arise. A well-defined timeline fosters a greater focus on prioritization. When you have multiple goals, establishing a timeline helps you identify which tasks are most urgent and important. For example, if you're juggling work, personal projects, and family commitments, a timeline can assist you in determining where to focus your efforts at any given moment. You might decide to prioritize a work-related deadline that is approaching quickly while setting aside time for personal projects during less hectic periods. This prioritization allows for a more organized approach to achieving your goals, reducing the likelihood of feeling overwhelmed by competing demands. Creating a timeline also enhances your ability to celebrate progress. With clear milestones and deadlines, you have specific moments to recognize and celebrate your achievements. Each completed step along the way is a victory that deserves acknowledgement. Celebrating small wins keeps you motivated and reinforces your commitment to the larger goal. Whether it's treating yourself to something special after completing a milestone or simply taking a moment to reflect on how far you've come, these celebrations create positive reinforcement that fuels your journey.